welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup. Right, so that sounded like I said white and not right. That was weird, that, wasn't it? Anyway, right, we're going to be talking about England's under-21 championes of Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, the only silverware that we're going to be getting anytime soon. I'm joking. Hopefully, this is going to give them the confidence boost that is very much needed for both players, because, let's be honest, I'm going to call yous out. Not all of yous, because some of yous are fair, but you know, the same people who defend certain people who've been unproven in the team have absolutely slandered Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott over the past 12 months, which is why I was so happy to see them go out there and just absolutely smash it on an international level. And I don't care if it's under-21s. Look at France's under-21s team. Look at Germany's under-21s team. And I understand people will say, oh, Curtis Jones isn't under-21. If you understand the rules, the entirety of the Euros competition, including the qualifiers, Curtis Jones started that as an under-21. Therefore, he was allowed to play in this tournament, and I think that's fair because the same stands for every other team. So, guys, the point that I'm leading to is that Curtis Jones, someone who's improved significantly over the past few months, guess what? FSG are going to love what I'm about to say because it actually defends their midfield situation, but only on Kefren Thuram solely, because I see fans being upset about Kefren Thuram. I now raise you that Curtis Jones had a significantly better tournament than said Kefren Thuram. I also raise you Curtis Jones is technically superior to Kefren Thuram. And the last thing I'll raise you is that he was our best midfielder, arguably, towards the end of last season. Yes, it went hard to do that, but let's be honest, he's starting to come into his own. It doesn't mean he's going to be a league-winning midfielder, but he's showing signs of it. If we don't maximise the opportunity, and if people think we're just keeping Curtis because he's a Scouser, you're stupid, because there's many Scousers who have left the club. Remember Jordan Roster? He fucked off. Ben Woodburn, in fact, he's Welsh, Ben Woodburn, isn't he? That's a bit too thingy. Oh, but there's examples where Scousers have left the club because they are not good enough. John Flanagan, Conor Randall, I can go on. Curtis Jones is here because he deserves to be at the dance. He's just never been given that consistent opportunity because, unfortunately, when he came in and he scored that goal against Everton, he was competing with the best and most dominant, systematic Liverpool team ever. Arguably 97 and 99 points. Even teams in the 80s and 90s weren't achieving, 70s and 80s weren't achieving that. So that's why I look at this current situation and I look at Curtis Jones and I say, you're better than Kefren Thuram. So actually, from a sensible point of view, why are we going out and spending 45 million on Kefren Thuram? Now you can respond to me, well, James, I'd like someone stylistically a little bit different, someone a bit more physical. Now that's fair, that is fair. But that's why I think a 6 is more required than an 8, which Kefren Thuram is more so of. He's more of a number 8 than a number 6. He's got the physical attributes to be a number 6, but he's not an out-and-out number 6. That's why. Also, he's not homegrown. That's why it makes no sense to go and get Kefren Thuram. I'm not a big fan of him technically. Furthermore, I'm not a big fan of him all round. He had a worse tournament than Curtis. Curtis is more proven in a Premier League matter or format. And the matter of the fact is that Curtis Jones is someone who's getting into his own right now. And if we don't provide him that opportunity as he's now getting better, we could miss out on a very good player. So to all those who have crapped on Curtis Jones, that's fine, because you're allowed to have an opinion on players. You know, the people who were saying, oh, if you want Henderson gone, you're not a Liverpool fan. Don't worry, you're a Liverpool fan if you don't like Curtis, didn't like Curtis. But it's very ironic to me that we're happy to give players who have no chance of getting better a chance, but then we have someone with the ceiling of Curtis and Harvey Elliott, and we completely diminish their opportunities because they're not giving us the right here, right now. The same way certain people in the attack weren't giving us the right here, right now, but it's fine, let's give them time. Different energy was used to Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones. I'm just letting you analyse the contradictive logic if you was one of those people. So that's why I sit here and claim what a great tournament both players had. What an impact they could make in the near and the distant future. And now what does this mean about the midfield situation when you consider we've got 2 stars who can improve this team? I still respond we need a CDM. I still respond we need a number 6. I think it'd be stupid just to ignore it because we've got these 2 belter offensive players. But then I'll also say, well, what if Curtis has just got a bit more defensive ability than what we know about? Not that he's ever going to be a number 6 and we shouldn't rely on him being a number 6. But when you've got those 2, and then let's raise the question of Bajcetic, because I know that we sit here and we talk about Lavia. Now, I raised to you, and again, FSG are going to fucking love me for this, and I hate it, but Lavia, I believe he's really good, and I hope we get him. If it's a possibility, I hope we get him, I hope we act on it. But then I say we've got Bajcetic. Now, how much better, based on the information that we know, is Lavia better than Bajcetic, if he's better at all? And then if he's not better at all, what's the productivity in spending 50 million for a player when you might already have the better version of said player? Because I'm sure if we're bringing in Lavia, it's hopefully for the future guarantee that he's going to be a starting number 6 and he's going to start regularly. But then if that doesn't happen, and let's say that position gets given to Bajcetic, why have we just spent 50 million on Lavia? Especially if he's not going to be starting at the age of 23, 24, which is going to be in a couple of years. He's 19 at the moment. So bear in mind, he's still currently unproven, like the way Bajcetic is. We're going to be spending 50 million of a budget, which is going to take away from other positions. And then you're thinking the certainty is more future-proof opposed to right here, right now. And if he gets to 23, 24 and Bajcetic is still above him, then he's going to have to go, and he's probably going to go for a significantly less price. So it's about analysing, if we buy him, can we make a profit on him? It's going to be tough to make a profit on a player who, unless he's starting week in, week out and playing world class, how are you going to sell him for more than 50 million? And if he is starting every week and playing world class, why would you sell him? So we're risking 50 million for a player who's future-proof, but so is Bajcetic. And a lot of people like Bajcetic, and a lot of people think he can do a job in the 8, the 6. And even though I still think we need a more out-and-out 6, a bit more of a physical presence for sure, you just don't know the player that Stefan Bajcetic can turn into. He's got the technical ability. He's got the reading the game. It's just about matching that physical intensity now in the league, but that only comes with game time and gym and all these things. So I raise these points that maybe Liverpool look at Harvey, Curtis and Bajcetic as good enough future replacements for the likes of Thiago, for the likes of Jordan Henderson, Fabinho. And I get it on name value. You cannot do Curtis Jones and Thiago, I get that. But what Thiago has been for Liverpool, if Curtis Jones can even just be a consistent, slightly less technical version of that, with a bit more goals and a bit more creativity in the final third, I think we're happy with that. I don't think we need to have like that special Spanish type of midfielder in the midfield constantly. I think it's beneficial in the short term, especially over the next 12 months when we're not going to get any money for him anyway. So I'd keep Thiago, but in the future, I mean, like, why can't Curtis Jones become the player that we all want him to become? And then you'll raise to me, well, that's just easy. You're just saving FSG. Let's get Kefren Thuram. Well, what's Kefren Thuram done that warrants a position over Curtis? And then what's Lavia done to warrant a position over Bajcetic? And if you can answer me those two questions with good enough substance, I'm more than happy to entertain it further. But I've been given a bit of a different perspective. You know, before I was saying I'd rather a new number 6 than a centre-back. But if the number 6 was going to be Lavia, and Lavia isn't 100% guaranteed to be better than Bajcetic, then I'd rather a new centre-back, someone with a bit more solidity. Because what I do know is Matip's unavailable a lot, Gomez is, Van Dijk is, and I don't want a centre-back situation like 2 seasons ago. So, yeah. But then where I will also stand is we thought we had a crisis going into last year in our midfield. We're going into this season with one less midfielder. And we've still got Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho's not getting any younger. You can't dispute the possibility of injuries reoccurring there, the same way it did with Naby and Oxlade and stuff. So I do still think it'd be sensible to get one. I'm not saying that we should completely rule it out. But now that we know that we're probably not going to get one, I say we put that focus into a centre-back, which I don't think we're going to get either. So it's a bit of a tough debate. But the point of this video is that I actually have a lot of faith in Curtis and Harvey. I just think they need to be provided that opportunity, and that fans jumped on them way, way too soon. Let me know whether you agree or disagree in the comments down below. Guys, we're going to be doing another Redman Roundup later probably. I'm not too sure though. It might just be the live stream, so don't take me word for it. But I love every single one of you, okay? Have a good day. Peace out.